pleased to be back with another video. If you like the video, like the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let's get it. Let's get right into it. Let's go. Waste no time.
Trump administration is starting to resist federal judge orders. And we've got the results. Judge Alsop in San Francisco, none too pleased by the fact that the acting administrator for the Office of Personnel Management didn't bother to show for testimony in an injunction hearing that was held this morning in San Francisco, brought by the largest union representing federal workers. And Judge Alsop from the bench issued his injunction requiring at least 8 federal departments and agencies to rehire over 30,000 probationary employees, those that have been on the job 1 year or less, and do it post haste. And he'll take up at another time what contempt sanction he's going to come up with, because the Trump administration just decided to ignore or flout or be contumacious, as we say in the business, by refusing a judge's order. I don't refuse any judge's order. I'm here on the Midas Touch Network and on Legal AF. Let's talk about Judge Alsop. Judge Alsop, the right person for the job, senior judge, San Francisco in California. He had a case in front of him. He issued an initial injunction to stop the firing at least 8 different agencies, including the Veterans Administration, Agriculture, Defense, Energy, Interior, and Treasury. But his order may well go beyond and apply to all of the federal agencies in cabinet level positions. He's ruled that the Office of Personnel Management, which we know is a puppet, at least now, under Elon Musk and Doge, illegally fired by order, by email, tens of thousands of federal employees when they didn't have the power, jurisdiction, or constitutional authority to do that. So he already ruled about 2 weeks ago in an administrative order and a temporary restraining order that he would require the firings to stop. Now he's required the rehirings to begin by court order. This separate battle is a bad sign for our democracy and rule of law that Donald Trump decided not to make available by under court order and sanction the acting head of the OPM, Charles Ezell. Now, if you file an affidavit or a declaration in a court, a judge can say, yeah, that's nice, but you need to be able to cross-examine it, and you can't cross-examine a piece of paper. I'm going to have live testimony or a deposition, which is question and answer under oath, which is done outside the courtroom, but just like court testimony. And the judge ordered that Ezell appear. These are judges that we're watching, like Judge Alsop here, Judge Cooper in D.C., Judge Chutkan in D.C., who are trying to get to the bottom of this opaque thing that we call the Department of the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, Musk, and the Office of Personnel Management, and how they're operating. Or as Judge Cooper just ruled yesterday, the velocity and speed and secrecy at which they're operating is obviously by design, to catch us unaware, to catch us with our pants down as a democracy, to undermine Congress's power and authority under the checks and balance system. But it's up to judges through evidence, through testimony, through documents, and through discovery, through public records requests, to destroy the opacity that's been set up by the Trump administration and get to the bottom of the facts. If judges are good at anything, it is sussing out and ferreting out the facts as the trier of fact in these cases. And Judge Alsop said, we'll talk about why this federal official, upon my order as a federal judge, has been contumacious, in violating my order. But I'm going to issue this injunction. You are to rehire all of the federal employees that were probationary, or as he previously referred to them, the lifeblood of our civil service are people who start out probationary. We all did it. We all had a first day. When I meet somebody on a job, for instance, seem a little nervous or they're shadowing somebody else, I'll say, is this a new job for you? And they'll say, sometimes they'll say yes. And I'll say, like, how long have you been on the job? And they'll say, sometimes you'll get first day, first week. And I look at them and I say, everybody had a first day and a first week. And that usually makes them feel better. And that's how I feel about it. I've been working and drawing a paycheck literally since I was 13 years old nonstop, except for 1 year in law school. Other than that, I've been drawing a paycheck in some way, shape, or form, busting my butt. Or as somebody once joked, I've been getting S done since at least 1966. I was born in 65. I gave myself a little time to stand up. But ever since then, I've been standing up. And I might have talked late, but I haven't shut up since. And Judge Alsop is a perfect judge for this. I mean, I've seen pictures of him holding up, books written by, very famous jurists about resistance, about principles and liberal principles. And he's seen it all. And they've had enough in these courtrooms, in these courthouses. Your nighttime bedroom temperature has a huge impact on your sleep quality. If you wake up too hot or too cold, I highly recommend you check out Miracle Made's bed sheets. Miracle Made, American Federation of Government Employees, the union that brought this case, have expanded their lawsuit with a recent filing to include all of the cabinet level and agencies and departments and bureaus of the Trump administration. And I think he hasn't done it yet, but he will expand it. Good things come in threes. We've had 3 orders in the last 24 hours. Judge Cooper finding that the Department of Government Efficiency and Elon Musk are subject to the Freedom of Information Act request, are public agencies for that purpose, so that we have transparency in government, because sunshine is the best disinfectant, and we operate government in the sunshine, or we're supposed to. Then Judge Chutkin, later that same day, yesterday, ruled that the only way she can get to the bottom of whether the states that have sued the Trump administration over federal funding being cut off is if she allows limited discovery, including putting Elon Musk under sworn testimony and oath, in making him respond under oath in writing to questions that are asked. We call that interrogatories. That's the second hit to the piñata. And now you've got the third great thing that comes in threes, Judge Alsop requiring the rehiring of these federal workers immediately. It'll go up to the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in California, I'm sure, on an emergency application by Donald Trump. We know his playbook, but we know our own playbook. And the Ninth Circuit's going to uphold, I believe, Judge Alsop. It then has to go to the United States Supreme Court. First stop in that train is going to be a moderate, liberal Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, because that's how that works. That's who's been assigned to the Ninth Circuit, over to the United States Supreme Court. But for right now, Judge Alsop's decision stands. And I knew this was coming because I could see from the docket the fireworks already. The refusal to put up Azell as the acting Office of Personnel Management. He filed an affidavit that said he didn't give the order. Yeah, how did it happen? I feel like I'm doing A Few Good Men, right? How did it happen? How did Santiago die? Who gave him the code red? Who gave the federal workers the code red? Be great if we could get Jack Nicholson and we could do Jack Nicholson and do the cross-examination scene with Tom Cruise. But, we're in real life here, and life or death about our federal government, its relationship with the people, its accountability to the people, the funding that we require and count on, the programs we count on. I just did another hot take earlier today about the attempt for Donald Trump to pay off his debts to the Heritage Foundation and follow the pages and the learnings and the teachings of the Project 2025 handbook and shrink the Department of Justice down so small that it could be drowned in a bathtub. I'm sorry, I said Department of Justice. That was a Freudian slip. I meant the Department of Education, but you know what I meant. So we're going to continue to follow the next steps for all these judges. There's more than 100 lawsuits filed. There's more than 50 different injunction hearings we need to follow here on the Midas Touch Network and Legal AF. We created Legal AF, the YouTube channel, for this moment in time. We did it just after the election for a reason. Just today, we get the Alsop decision. We've got Letitia James leading 18 other New York attorneys general as the New York Attorney General to sue over the destruction of the Department of Education in a new suit filed in Massachusetts, California, New Hampshire, Maryland, District of Columbia, New Jersey. This is where the beating heart of our democracy lives, in these courthouses. And we'll follow it closely right here without regard to favor, without censorship, without anybody telling me what to say, on the Midas Touch Network, where we speak truth to each other first as we speak truth to power. I'm Michael Popak. Follow me here on the Midas Touch Network. I do a show called Legal AF every Wednesday and Saturday, the original podcast devoted to law and politics. Karen Friedman Ignifilo on Wednesday, Ben Mysalis on Saturday, and then I do Popak Live on Tuesday nights. It's like Jimmy Kimmel Live, except it's me. It's a TED Talk.
Shout out to Michael Popak. Make sure y'all subscribe to Legal AF. Like this video on the Midas Touch Network. We can all agree this is the craziest time of a president's term. I haven't been alive since the shit since we started putting presidents in office and all that. But this is a crazy time we're going through right now. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. We're on our way to 24,000 subscribers. We've been doing this for years, man. Make sure y'all watch every video that I post. Every video is important. And then what's going on in the world, y'all. Like I said, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm about to be out because I got way more videos to do. Love y'all. Peace and love, baby. We out.